unknown entity. But what is it that you guys are expecting from him?
Obviously, we expect him also to come out and play. We expect nothing less than a tough match, because obviously it's a match of football. You don't know what to expect, and obviously we don't know what they have planned. But obviously we go into the game, same mindset, same mentality, just working on our objectives and improving on where we thought we could have done better.
I can imagine the morale in the team is probably a bit low. The coach was speaking about how disappointed you guys were with the loss yesterday. How's the mood in the team? How are you guys getting that morale back, getting back in the right mindset to take on Madagascar?
Look, first we were very disappointed, obviously, with the results. It's not a nice feeling, especially to lose on penalties. But it's a game of football, you know. It's in the past. We focus on the next match, because the next match is tomorrow. So our focus is more on tomorrow, and the morale is good. The guys are in good spirits going into this match as well, because we know we have something to play for.
How much did it feel to be named a captain?
It was a surreal moment for me, I think, especially for the national team. It's every childhood dream to be named the captain of the national team. So for me it was a bit surreal at first, but obviously I was entrusted with the responsibility to be the captain, and obviously I had to come to the realization that I have to be the guy that takes all the initiative in the team and stuff like that. So yeah.
Did it test you a bit? You know, when let's say during the game, you know, to give us instructions, the goals are not coming at the same time.
Look, I wouldn't say it was very much of a test for myself, because some things come naturally. I'm a very vocal person, so that wasn't very much of a test for me. But obviously that's what the game requires.
How was the conversation in the change room after the game? Because of course, for most of the players, you know, first caps with national team, and you look at the big crowd that was there. Of course, the defeat as well. We saw a lot of them hanging their heads low. How was just that conversation in the change room right after the game?
After the match, I think it was very encouraging. Most of the guys were encouraging each other to focus on the next one, and to obviously lift your head up, because you can't sulk forever. You have to focus on the next, because there's always a bigger picture, you know. Obviously we're also focusing on winning the plate section now. So yeah, it was the morale in the team, and the talk after the game was very much a good one, to say that yes, the results didn't go away, but the next one, there's always a next one, so we can rectify our mistakes.
What does featuring in this squad, in this camp, with everyone that's around you, help you going into the new season?
Look, it helps us build cohesion amongst each other, first of all, because this won't be our last camp together. It's the first of many to come. So I think going into the season ahead, it sets us ahead of I would say, ourselves, where we were and where we are going to be in the next season or two. You know, just to build on that as individuals and also as a team.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think the cohesion is now with the team?
I would say the cohesion in the team, it's at, 8? I would say it's good. The guys are good in spirit, the guys gel well. It's just certain things that we need to work on. But obviously with time, that will come as well.
Kegan, back home, where you come from, your club, there's been some changes. It's something that excites you, the coach that you're going to be working with when you go back?
Look, obviously the coach has a lot of experience. He's an experienced coach, but I'm looking forward to work with the coach, you know. But yeah, with the national team now, and that's where my focus is at the moment.
What's the talk like with you guys? Because you had a breakthrough like season. Your ambition this coming season?
Obviously my ambition is to win trophies with the club, you know, that's always my ambition. And obviously with the team that I'm at as well, that gives opportunities to us as youngsters, also gives me the opportunity to work even harder, because I know my next step is always there, my next opportunity. So I'm focused on that, and obviously personal growth as well. So yeah.
You were the captain of the national team last night. Back at home, you'll be joined by a former national team captain who could be your next centre-back partner. Looking forward to playing with Tyson?
Look, it's always good to have that experience in the team as well, you know. But like I said, I haven't really spoken to any of the guys at the club. So, because like I said, my focus is more here at the national
speaking of your focus being here at the national team, one thing that I've seen about your game is how it's developed in a sense where there's a lot less mistakes. I mean, the coaches mentioned that you have the room to make the mistakes because you're a young player, but we see your game has been polished up quite a bit. What do you attribute that to?
Look, obviously with analysis, that's something we as footballers now have, and obviously football is a game of mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, that's not football. Football, we're all human, we make mistakes. But obviously to rectify those mistakes, not to make them a habit, is something you have to look at.
Do you think the stage was too big yesterday?
Definitely not. I think most of the guys have played at bigger stages. And bigger stages to still play at, so that was just preparation for the future. I don't think it was any stage is too big of a stage. You just have to pick yourself up and tell yourself that this stage is my stage.
How's your relationship with your centre-back partner, Nkaba?
I think it's very good. We have a very good understanding. Our communication, even if you look at it, we sit at the same table at supper, so it's very good. I can't fault anything at that point.
And Coach Hellman spoke about that there's sort of a carrot that has been dangled to you guys that if most of you do well here, there's a chance that you might go and represent Bafana. Well, yeah, you're with Bafana, but in the AFCON qualifiers, is that sort of an extra motivation to push you guys?
Look, I was just about to tell you now that this is Bafana, so I don't know what you mean by saying you represent the actual Bafana, because this is Bafana. We are Bafana. If you look at it, these are the guys that will represent the country in the next 5 years to come. So this is Bafana, and we're obviously working towards building that relationship with one another and obviously building the team.
Okay. What I was talking about joining, there will be more senior, more experienced players, sort of that Bafana I'm talking
With
about.
you go, bros.
Yeah.
So obviously with us, we obviously have to integrate with those players, because like you said, we are also Bafana. We all Bafana players now. So when the players come together, we'll be a collective. So that's something we have to work on.
Let's wrap it up, friends. Otherwise, we're not going to get